Hello and welcome to Outright. We tell you the right side of the story. Now here is the concerning development from Taiwan. Look at this tweet. Biden administration is preparing to evacuate all Americans from Taiwan. No American is advised to stay in the island country anymore. But why? This points to only one direction. A war between China and Taiwan is on the horizon. US intelligence is hiding something very serious from the world. Make no mistake, just last week, dozens of Chinese bombers, aircraft, and fighter jets were spotted near Taiwan's territorial airspace. In response, Taiwan sent its own aircraft and ships to keep watch and activated land-based missile systems. Earlier in April, the Chinese military had simulated an attack on Taiwan. It held two-day military drills around the island. This simply means one thing. Taiwan and China are on the brink of a full-fledged war. From China's point of view, it is the best time to launch an invasion of Taiwan. And I will tell you why. Firstly, Taiwan's biggest military ally, that is USA, is already occupied too much in Ukraine. The icing on the cake is economic turbulence. USA is facing a massive debt crisis. It is in no position to divert its resources to Taiwan in an event of a Chinese attack. Who is Taiwan's second biggest global ally? It is the EU, European Union. Will EU come to Taiwan's rescue? It is highly unlikely. Just like US, EU has its priorities set. It will no longer engage in anti-China activities. This was the message that French President Emmanuel Macron gave when he paid a visit to China in April this year. In China, Macron told the press that Europe must avoid getting dragged into a confrontation between China and the island and keep its distance from any US-led foreign policy. In China, this comment by Macron was praised. China picked up the obvious message. EU won't intervene even if Beijing goes on a military rampage. At Outright, we don't provide you with just news, but also analysis. And now we will tell you about these obvious signs that indicate US has been preparing for months to sacrifice Taiwan. Look at this report. US has allowed South Korean and Taiwanese chip makers to continue their operations in China. US will no longer seek to decouple its economy from China. Why? So that the US continues to get a trove of semiconductor chips even if the island is attacked and destroyed. We all know how Taiwan's TSMC company dominates the global chip manufacturing space, so US is already making sure to insulate its economy from a war between China and Taiwan. Not just that, some US scholars have suggested Taiwan self-destruct in case of a Chinese invasion. What is that? Jared M. McKinney, an assistant professor of international security at the US Air Force's Air War College, recently opined that the US should blow up the TSMC in case of a Chinese attack. Can you believe it? US is asking Taiwan to blow itself, or US scholars are advising US to bomb Taiwan, but no one wants to stand up for Taiwan's defense. By the way, let me tell you, US is legally bound to help Taiwan defend itself. A US act passed in 1979 requires Washington DC to come to Taiwan's rescue. But it seems US has made up its mind to let Taiwan slip into China's hands. And that's why it is now quietly evacuating all of its citizens from the island nation. Thanks for watching. We will come up with a follow-up on that if something big happens. Thank you.